Well, good evening again, everyone. Welcome back to Bridge Creek and the Bobcat Classic Championship Saturday here in Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. My name is Greg Peary. Glad you've joined us here as we get set for the third-place boys game between the Lindsay Leopards and the Tuttle Tigers. Alongside Glenn Shoemake, J.D. Scruggs, Kevin Scruggs, Andrew Lyon is also in the house. Brianna Miller back at our studios, and we just finished watching the third-place girls game between Durant Lady Lions, Chickasha Fighting Chicks, and the Durant Lady Lions come up with a very close 48-44 win to take home third place here in the Bobcat Classic. The Lindsay Leopardettes took home the consolation trophy, consolation championship trophy earlier today with a very exciting 1-point win in that ball game, 53-52 if I remember right. And the Leopardettes take home again that consolation trophy. 20 points from Maddie McGowan this afternoon in that matchup. Had 12 from Leslie Wilmot, had 8 from Aristide Valenciano, all of those in the second half, 7 from Cannon Russell, and 4 from Gentry Wilmot, 2 from Alondra Lopez. But again, congratulations to the Leopardettes as they took home the consolation championship. Now the Leopards see if they can take home some hardware as well to defeat the Tuttle Tigers to get that done. And Glenn, you and I have talked about this for today a lot since we've been here a while, but this is going to be a tough matchup for the Leopards.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got a ranked 4A team playing a 3A team, and so you're up against a quality opponent, and so it's definitely going to be a challenge. But you like challenges. I'm just not sure that Coach Terry likes challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. But you're stepping up a class. Nobody, you can't do anything but get better playing better competition. So if you're getting easy wins against bad teams, then it's not going to make you better. So even in a loss to a quality team, a lot of times you learn. I always said I learn more from losses than wins, and so not that you want to lose, but they're definitely playing a good team, and look forward to that.
Well, and you mentioned it. We played Bridge Creek. Of course, they're in our conference. We played them twice. They're number 11 in the state in 4A. Last night, the Leopards had to take on the Blanchard Lions, who are number 10 in the state in 4A. And the Leopards hung tough the first quarter. Had a big letdown in the second quarter. They were down 2 at the end of 1, found themselves down by 18 at halftime. And we're just down 16 at the end of 3. Made a little bit of a win there as they win the third quarter, but ended up losing by 22-60-38, the final score. No players in double figures for the Leopards, although Bryson Watts did have 9 in the ballgame to lead the way for Lindsay. But again, you took on the number 10 team in the state in Blanchard. You took on number 11 twice this season now in Bridge Creek. And now you're going to take on a Tuttle Tiger team that comes in ranked number 16 in the state in Class 4A. They're 11-6, and again, I watched them play last night against Bridge Creek, and they absolutely, for the first half of that ball game, I was extremely impressed with Tuttle, and in fact, I really thought Tuttle was going to pull that one, and Bridge Creek managed to put their size, and they kind of slowed the game down. But that was what I was going to bring up for that ball game. When you watched it, what Tuttle does so well, they don't have a lot of height as far as a 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" kid, but they've got a whole bunch of kids that are 6 foot to 6'2", and they are lightning fast. They cut, they step into passing lanes. They will bait you into a steal. They'll stay 2 or 3 steps off of a player, and as soon as you pass the ball, they're suddenly there to intercept it. They can get down the floor in a hurry. I don't know how many times I saw transition baskets that were easy layups simply because they could outrun you to the other end of the floor. They could end up with a 3-on-1 just simply because those 3 can outrun everybody else on the floor. So,
yeah, and that's impressive when you're playing Bridge Creek, because Bridge Creek's got a lot of athletes too that can run the floor, and so if you're doing that against that type of athletic team, then that speaks volumes. One other 4A team you forgot to mention was Pauls Valley.
Exactly.
So,
that we have to play twice, and it's ranked in 4A.
Ranked 4A team. So Lindsay's just 3A. For those of you that haven't caught that, we're stepping up in class and playing quality in that class. So not that we're using that as an excuse. If the Leopards come out here and play well, they've absolutely got a chance to win this game. Bridge Creek beat this team. Bridge Creek beat us. So, you know, you look at this as two comparable teams when you look at it on paper.
Yeah, they really, I think, again, if the Leopards can take care of the basketball, you're going to have to make good passes, and you're going to have to make sure you're aware of where the defenders are at. But the other thing the Leopards are going to have to do is slow this game down. You cannot get in a running game with these guys. I think they played 7 guys all night. As much as they ran up and down the floor, I think 1 or 2 in off the bench for Tuttle was about as deep as I remember them getting. So they play very few guys. They still will run all night long up and down the floor. And they will, again, because of their speed and quickness, you know, when they may set a screen on the wing and they've got a back cut from the backside, but that nobody even knew the guy was there, let alone that he had back cut to the basket. So I don't know how many, again, backside cuts they found for wide open layups, you know, against Robertson from Bridge Creek. That's 6'6",
yeah.
You know, and they just absolutely lost track of where these guys are because they're so quick and move. So again, this is just going to take a lot of discipline on the part of the Leopards. Yes, I like our chances if we can slow down the game and not turn the basketball over. And I think we've got as good a chance as anybody at beating them. But it's going to take a lot of discipline and hitting shots. We're going to have to find the bottom of the basket. With that, we're going to send it back to JD. We need to take a timeout and say thank you to all of our sponsors for Lindsay Leopard basketball before we get into this one. So we'll do that, and we'll come back with more of your First National Bank pregame from Bridge Creek right after this timeout here on KBLP Live.
The Shopper News Note isn't just another paper. The Shopper News Note is a weekly publication that arrives in your mailbox every Wednesday for free. The Shopper offers free Shopper Topper advertisements as well as news notes and classifieds. And everyone at the Shopper wishes the Lindsay Leopards good luck this season. Go Leopards!
Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes all the best during this season. When in need of a valve repair, come by Sooner Valve Repair at 106 Southwest 9th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or call 405-756-1599. Good luck, Leopards, from Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay.
Are you a small business needing a little creative pick-me-up? Do you need to refresh your business cards or looking for a new logo? Is your business Facebook page still using photos from 2019? Tailored Creative Services offers services for logo design, business cards, photography, videography, and pretty much everything in between. Find me on Facebook at Tailored Creative Services, and let's talk about your next project.
Josh Martin and everyone at T&W Tire here in Lindsay, Oklahoma would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck this school year. For all your construction needs, give Brad Taylor a call with B&S Construction at 1-405-428-0039. B&S Construction specializes in concrete pads, sidewalks, and metal buildings of all sizes. Call Brad today for a free estimate. The crew at B&S Construction would like to wish the Leopards a safe and successful season. Go Lindsay!
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back here in Bridge Creek. The Lindsay Leopards and the Tuttle Tigers getting set to play for third place here in the Bobcat Classic for 2024. And before we go any further, I was made aware of a of a viewer who has, we always told everybody that we nicknamed Andrew ESPN Lion because he is so much better at running those cameras than the ESPN crews are. But I understand there was a viewer who has told him that actually he's better than the ESPN cameramen. He does a much better job. So we've now changed Andrew's nickname to ESPN Plus. So Andrew ESPN Plus. Now I also will have to point out the viewer that made this observation was his mother. So
who may or may not be biased.
May or may not be biased, exactly. By the way, if you want to catch some really good basketball besides the game we've got going on here, the Blanchard Lady Lions and the Luther Lady Lions. The Lions are going to take on the Lions on the girls bracket for the championship game coming up at 7 o'clock immediately following this game. And then the Blanchard Lions and the Bridge Creek Bobcats will play for the championship on the boys' side. And that'll wrap up the Bobcat Classic. So if you want to catch some good basketball, you still got time to get up here to Bridge Creek and watch that tonight as well, along with this game between the Lindsay Leopards and the Tuttle Tigers. My name is Greg Peary. Glad you're with us here. I'm alongside Glenn Shoemake.
Yes.
ESPN Plus. See, I've already messed it up. ESPN Plus, Mr. Andrew Lyon, J.D. Scruggs, Kevin Scruggs, Brianna Miller back at our studios. And, of course, we can't do anything that we do without CeCe Lyon and Paige Sutherland as well. We appreciate all the work they do behind the scenes for us. But we're just about ready to get this one underway here in Bridge Creek.
All right, next up.
The Lindsay Leopards will be the home team on the scoreboard. They will be in their home whites with the black lettering and numbering. So let's get to the starting lineups. First for Tuttle. Again, they come in 11-6, ranked number 16 in the state in 4A. And they'll start with this. Number 5 is Chad Everett. He's a 6'3 senior. Number 10 is Press Lippold. Lippold, a 6'2 sophomore. Number 11 at point guard will be Gabe Avalar. He's a 6-foot senior, and everything goes through him. He is phenomenal handling the basketball. Number 15 is Jake Pierce. He's a 6'4 senior. And to round out the starting 5 will be number 20. That is Richie Overcash. He's a 6'1 senior, and he can do it all. Overcash will be a name we will call all night long. Again, they are 11-6 on the season, ranked number 16 in the state in 4A. Head coach is Jet Job. He's assisted by Kirk Reimers. For the Lindsay Leopards at guard, they will start a 5'10 sophomore, number 3, Creed Taylor. At forward, a 6-foot senior, number 4, Brody Ramming. Also at forward, a 6'2 sophomore, number 23, Bryce Cater. Number 11 is 6-foot senior Bryson Watts, and then at guard a 5'9 sophomore, number 24, Manny Aguero. The Leopards come in 9-7 on the season. Head coach in his first season at Lindsay is Devin Terry. He's assisted by Gavin Wilson. Glad you're with us here for this one. This will be a fun one. Ramming will step up against Pierce to start this one off.
Yeah, I'm excited. This ought to be a really good game, close game all the way throughout. So don't want to have any down periods in this one.
And Pierce will control the tip into the backcourt to Overcash, and he will give it up to Avalar. Right back to Overcash, back to Avalar, gets to the left elbow, backs out. Leopards in that man, and they'll step it to the backside. The 3 ball will not drop for Lippold, and Cater will come down with the miss for the Leopards. Taylor on the top of the key, picked up by Pierce. He'll hand it to Watts. Watts across the top of the key, picked up there by Lippold. Back to Taylor left side, goes to the baseline. Goes underneath, pushes his way under. Nice move. Creed Taylor gets the Leopards the lead early at 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a 2-3 matchup, and just isolated right there and back down in there and got the basket.
Overcash picked up by Aguero. He'll give it back over to Avalar. They'll back off and let him have the 3. He misses it. Cater comes down with the second rebound. Quickly in transition, and Cater overthrows Aguero, and the Leopards will turn over. The right idea, just a little too tall.
Yeah, we got Aguero covering Overcash. looks like we may be in a triangle and 2 again with Bryson covering what number is that?
Number 5. And he is deadly from 3 as well. Overcash gets around the screen from Avalar, gets to the elbow. So go back to that right corner. There's another 3 from Lippold that misses again. And then there's Aguero who comes down with a miss. The other thing I just noticed in there, when you come down with a rebound, you better be ready because they're going to be right there to knock it away from you when you come down with it. They are quick. There's Taylor again, driving the lane, missed the layup though. Rebound pulled down by Pierce. He'll push it the other way, goes coast to coast with it. Nearly traveled with it. Lippold back to Overcash, long 3 ball. That rims out. Taylor with the rebound, and I like the fact for the Leopards, Tuttle has been cold so far.
Yep.
Taylor over to Cater, left wing to Aguero. Takes it, gets down to the corner, sends it to the left elbow. Ramming from there, rims out no good. Overcash with the miss.
I'd like to see him take a dribble and dunk that right there. Not that he can dunk, but
actually he can.
Semi.
Yeah, Ramming can go up with 2 hands and put her down.
Yeah.
Avalar will bring it up as Aguero tipped it out of bounds earlier. He'll get to that left elbow, goes to the inside, and then great backside defense there from Ramming to knock that one away from Pierce because they had him wide open on the block.
Yeah, it was a good job of Tuttle, but better job by Brody Ramming knocking that away on the backside.
Overcash to inbounds. Looks, finally gets it out to Avalar, top of the key. Back over to Lippold in that right corner. He's missed 2 from there. He seems reluctant to fire it again. This time he'll take Cater to the baseline and shuts him off. He'll come back out to Avalar. Inside to the low post to Pierce. That won't go, but we're going to get a bump on the Leopards that'll go against Ramming. Brody picks up the first foul of the ball game, but it's going to send Pierce to the free throw line.
Yeah, about a half step slow getting over there in front of him. You know, he faked left and went right, and we just couldn't get back to him.
Pierce hits the first of 2, makes it a 2-1 ball game. Leopard still on top. This one would tie it up. And it's too strong, but there's Overcash coming up with the offensive board. Gets to the free throw line, dumps it out on the left side to Everett. Back up top. The 3 ball will drop, this time for Lippold. And whistle. I'm not real sure why.
Me neither.
But
they just called it a 2?
No, it was a 3.
It was 3. It was 3.
Because he missed that other free throw.
Right.
So it's 4-2. Leopards down by 2 now. Overcash will follow Taylor all the way up the floor. Cater gets away from Avalar. Taylor back up top of the screen. There's a long 3 ball off the back rim. Rebound tipped a couple of times, and they're going to say it's last touched by Everett. It'll be Leopard basketball.
Yeah, Cater's had a couple of tough shooting games. Hopefully he'll get on track tonight.
Taylor will inbound from the corner. Aguero gets it on that right wing, picked up by Avalar. Gets around him, and then tried to go right back to Creighton. Oh, there is Taylor with a great defensive play to get the ball back for the Leopards after we turned it over, and then Ramming misses the shot. The other way, they come back in the corner, and there's Everett for 3. That doesn't go. Ramming claims that one, and again, there's Avalar. I said, you can't ever think you're safe. He will get it. Ramming gets around Lippold, comes back to Aguero, lets the flyby go by, fires a 3, and it just rims out. Cater can't come up the rebound, but Overcash does. And he will push it the other way. Again, they like to run. He'll take it all the way to the baseline, comes back up top, hands it to Pierce. Pierce works to the right corner. Lippold's going to try that one again, and again it skips across, no good. Ramming claims his 3rd rebound.
They are 1 for 7 from 3-point range.
Watts pushes it up for the Leopards, gets it over on the right wing to Taylor. Cater gets it on the left wing, picked up out there by Pierce. Aguero comes to get it. Back in the corner. Taylor got around Overcash, gets double teamed down low though. Cater top of the key. Turns down to 3, gets to the left elbow, puts it up from there. That one's too strong. Avalar with the miss. And ahead in transition. There's the problem, is you've got to leak out because Everett got an easy one to make it 6-2 Tuttle.
That's their first 2-point shot of the game.
Taylor with an Avalar on him, gets it in the corner to Aguero. He'll go baseline, double teamed when he gets to the lane, sends it back out to Watts. 3 ball straight away is short, and a long rebound tracked down by Overcash. That's his 4th rebound already. Pierce pushes it ahead, gets into the lane, sends it out to Lippolt right wing. He'll drive to the elbow and gives it to Avalar, who's diving from the left side of the lane. He lays it up and in, and it's an 8-2 ball game. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Devin Terry. We'll take it with them. 3:10 left here in the first quarter. 8-2, Tuttle on top. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
For all your oil-filled electrical needs, call Michael Schirach with SOS Electrical. SOS is a family-owned business that specializes in oil-filled, industrial, and commercial electrical construction and maintenance. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give SOS a call at 1-405-428-1944 today. Good luck, Leopards!
Leopards with the basketball out of the timeout. They trail 8-2. Here's some full court pressure from Tuttle to get it across to Aguero, however. Goes back to Taylor out near the half line. And Overcash picks him up. Taylor attempts to drive in, comes back out, comes over to number 2, Isaac Cameron, the 6-foot freshman who checked in during that timeout. Also number 1, Armando Hernandez in for the Leopards. Taylor behind a ramming screen. Now Taylor goes to the elbow, comes back to ramming top of the key. Cameron quickly to Aguero left corner. The floater down the baseline won't drop. Rebound is pulled down underneath by Lippolt. And again, they'll get out and run. Pierce into the lane, sends it out to the left corner for Everett for 3, and that's good.
Yeah, we got to start making them shots. We're 1 for 9 from the floor so far.
Ouch. Cameron gets it left wing. Left corner for Aguero. Again, looks to go baseline, but now picks up his dribble, comes back to Cameron left wing. Cameron to the free throw line. Nice pass underneath, and a reverse layup is up and good for Creed Taylor.
Creed Taylor, 2 points.
11-4. Lippolt from the right corner. Back to Avalar. Around a screen from Pierce. He'll work to that elbow and then looks to flip it to Everett. Aguero out, or excuse me, Hernandez out on him. Back up top, Lippolt takes Taylor to the right elbow. Cut off, nice drive. Defense on the drive there from Taylor. Avalar backs it back out. Maybe a moving screen right there from Pierce. Cameron stays on Lippolt over here on the wing. And then Cash nearly had it stripped by Taylor, but I think they're going to get Creed with the foul right there. Creed's first, team's second. Overcash will bring it in on the baseline. They run Everett all the way to the left side, and everybody's so worried about him. They left Avalar wide open, but he blew the layup, and the rebound is pulled down by Ramming.
Yeah, good. Fortunate right there because he was wide open underneath there.
And Overcash rides Taylor all the way down the floor. He will pick up the first foul of the game against Tuttle. His first, team first. And in the game for Tuttle will be number 3. That is Maddox Wilson. He's a 5'11 sophomore. Overcash will sit. Taylor in the backcourt. The Leopards down 11-4. We've got 1:15 left to go before the end of the first quarter. Aguero gets it left wing, goes baseline, and goes on the way into the basket, comes back out and gets Hernandez in the lane. He missed it, but Ramming with another rebound. Back up to Cameron. Cameron gets to the right elbow, takes it all the way into the lanes, down to Hernandez, who puts it up and in. The freshman to Hernandez, who got an easy one. 5-point lead for Tuttle now, 45 seconds left in the first. Lippolt back up top. Wilson sends it over to Avalar, and then back up top to Pierce. Back over to Wilson. Back to Pierce between the circles. Lippolt comes to get it. Now Pierce drives all the way down, slips and falls. It should be a travel. They're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I thought he traveled. I thought he just slipped.
I did too. He just slipped as he went down, but they're going to call a foul on Ramming, and that's Brody's second.
Third
third team foul. So Brody will check out. Number 10, Hunter Russell, the 5'7" sophomore, checks in for the Leopards. Inbound comes to Pierce. He'll work it back up to Avalar.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot right here.
And the Leopards will back off. They're going to do a 4 down, so this is going to be a one-on-one between Russell and Avalar. You've got Lippolt in one corner and Everett in the other one. Pierce comes. They give it right back to Avalar. Takes Russell to the baseline. Great defense by Russell. Hernandez comes up with the miss, and that'll do it. The end of the first will come down to Tuttle with an 11-6 lead. And the Leopards trying to hang in there. It'll be Tuttle basketball to start the second quarter. When we come back after this, live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLPlive.
For over 68 years, Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, Oklahoma, has been serving families in the area during their greatest time of need, the loss of a loved one. We treat each family as if they were our own and consider it a true calling to minister to each and every family that calls upon us. We don't take caring for your loved one and your family lightly. Your care is important to us. Call on us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where our staff can assist your family with immediate need with the loss of a loved one, pre-need arrangement planning, pre-need burial insurance, along with questions regarding funeral burial trust accounts, Veterans Administration, and Social Security benefits questions. Myself, John W. Williams, Teresa, and Claudia are well experienced in these areas and will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, where you are family.
So we start the second quarter, and it is Leopard basketball. I think I was misreading the arrow over there. Leopards do get it. And Taylor will send it to Hernandez. Hunter Russell, left wing, gets it. Goes down to the baseline, stops, puts it up, just won't drop. Rebound loose in the air, and Hernandez comes up with it. He'll take it back in and draw contact. And that foul will go on number 10. That is Lippolt's first, team's first here in the second quarter.
I swear, Armando Hernandez has got springs in his feet. That kid can jump. Golly, he can get up for a little short kid.
A kid that's 5'9".
Yeah.
Rattles the first free throw of 2 in to make it 11-7. Leopards now within 4 and can cut it to a single possession here. Taylor checks out for the Leopards, and Watts is back in. Hernandez with a second free throw, knocks that one down as well. 11-8, Leopards within 3. Avalar brings it up for Tuttle, gives it to Pierce between the circles. Overcash way out on the left side, gives it back to Pierce. Back inside to Overcash, double teamed. Back out to Pierce on the left wing. Back up top for Everett, quickly to Lippolt right wing. Takes Cameron in. Cameron stays with him all the way to the low post. Great defense from the freshman. Overcash around the screen from Everett, gets to the elbow, stopped there by Aguero. Back up top to Everett. Back over to Lippolt. Wide open 3. That one's short. Rebound to Russell, and then he is tied up as he runs in. As Lippolt came in and tied in. I'll say it again. When you grab that rebound, be ready because they're coming after you. Possession arrow now belongs to Tuttle. Inbounds comes up to Everett. He'll give it back to Avalar. Overcash trying to get away from Aguero. Aguero doing a great job of denying him the basketball. Everett, long 3 is short. And Aguero cannot come up with it. Oh, that hurts. It's going to stay with Tuttle. And Tuttle's going to call a timeout here with 6:56 left to go in the first half. It's 11-8. Tuttle by 3. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll come back with more live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
This is Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'm a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School and have been practicing dentistry in Lindsay since 2006. We welcome you to come to our dental practice so we can help you and your family with all your dental needs. We offer dental services for everyone at every age, from braces to aligners to crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. Give us a call today at 405-756-4093 or stop by at 102 Southwest 7th Street and let us give you the healthy, beautiful smile you've always dreamed of.
Tuttle basketball coming out of the timeout. Overcash under his own basket to bring it in. Everett gets it in the right corner. He'll give it up to Avalar. He'll back it up to set the offense. Works around the screen from Overcash. Comes back out to Lippold. Back over to the right side to Everett. Around the screen from Pierce. Cut off on the drive by Cameron. Avalar gets it back top of the key. Back to Lippold. Back out in the corner left side, Pierce. Overcash down the left side of the lane. Again, double team. Back to Pierce, left elbow. Gets into the lane, spin move. Lost it going up and comes down with it as Cameron. Leopards bring it the other way as Cameron comes with it. Does a great job avoiding the trap. Gets it to Hernandez over to the left side for Russell. Inside, Hernandez to the baseline, and they're going to say he traveled with it.
Yeah, I think he was more wide open than he thought he was.
Was expecting a little bit of contact right there. Yeah. Spun, there was nobody there. So Avalar will bring it up for Tuttle. Pierce between the circles, threw it away. Overcash was there. About the time he threw it, Overcash cut toward the basket, and that'll be turnover number 2 on Tuttle. And that will get number 0, Jackson Nix, the junior, into the ball game. And the number 2 is Major Sharp. He is a senior. Sharp is a sharp shooter, I will say that as well. He hit some big threes last night. Watts avoids the trap, gets it over to Russell. Into the left corner to Hernandez. Goes baseline, gets double teamed, comes back to Cameron. Left corner 3 from Isaac is up. Rebound to Avalar and out to a wide open Everett. The layup is short. The rebound and putback will go, though, for Jackson Nix.
Jackson Nix puts it back for 2.
Makes it 13-8, a 5-point lead for Tuttle with 5:33 left to go here in the first half. Aguero on the handle. Back up top, Hernandez, left side for Watts. Back up top, Aguero. Russell over into the right corner, Hernandez. Works up to the wing. Comes back to Aguero. Aguero will work around the screen from Cameron. Over to the left side for Watts. Into the left corner, Russell. Back to Aguero. Working on Everett. The backdoor cut from Russell, and he lost the handle on it, and the Leopards turn it over for the 4th time. Overcash brings it the other way, stops top of the key, hands it to Avalar. Back to Overcash, Everett right corner, down to the short corner to Sharp. Back up top, 3 ball on the way, and off the glass, it banks it in for Nix. Makes it a 10-point Tuttle lead. Sorry, I wrote down 8 instead of 6. 16-8, 8-point lead. Russell on the handle, gets around Sharp, comes to Hernandez. Right side, Watts takes it to the baseline. The 15-footer does everything but drop. And Cameron fights for a rebound, and I think they're going to call Isaac. No, they got Russell. Hunter Russell's first team foul on the Leopards here in the quarter. And Russell will check out. Creed Taylor back in for the Leopards. So Cater returns for the Leopards as well as Hernandez sets. Avalar will bring it up. Sharp sends it over to Overcash. He's going to take it down the left side, and we'll get a blocking foul called on Aguero, and suddenly everything's a foul. That'll be Aguero's first, team second in the quarter. So Overcash brings it in under his own basket. Inside, Avalar stripped, and I think we're going to have another foul called here, and then Creed Taylor was there, and so was Aguero. They're going to get Taylor with it. That's Taylor's second. Like I said, suddenly everything's a foul now. 3rd team foul in the quarter. Tuttle tries it again. Lob it to Avalar, top of the key. Back over right side for Sharp. Sharp hands it to Overcash. Gets around the screen from Sharp, goes baseline, comes back to Sharp. The pass down underneath to a wide open Nix who didn't even try to shoot. Comes back up top to Overcash. Back over to Everett. Inside to the elbow. Back to Everett. Give and go. And the shot will not drop. Isaac Cameron with a miss for the Leopards.
Yeah, I think Isaac may have got a piece of that too.
And then the turnover at the other end is Avalar knocked it loose. Down the baseline. Shot won't go, but Overcash with an offensive rebound. Into the left corner for Sharp. He'll hand it to Everett. 3 left side. That one's too strong, but another rebound inside. That's Nix. Avalar between the key. Back to Sharp. Goes back to Avalar on the right wing. Tell you what, Aguero's doing a great job of keeping Overcash covered up. Sharp, top of the key. Cannot get it to Overcash. Still can't. Finally, Overcash managed to get around and down the lane and got a basket.
Yeah, when you're overplaying, you got to really be careful not to get back cut, and that's what happened right there.
Oh, and there's another one underneath, and a reverse for Cameron won't go. What a find for Taylor. Man, it was a great play. Just could not get it to drop. There's an Overcash for 3. That's good.
Yeah, he's feeling it now.
Pushes the lead to 13 to 21 to 8. That's a 10-0 run for Tuttle. And Coach Devin Terry calls a timeout. 2:25 left to go here in the first half. We'll take it with him. We'll come back to Bridge Creek after this. Leopard basketball is presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We are located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
(21-8). Tuttle on top. It was 11-8 early in this quarter after a couple of free throws from Armando Hernandez. And since then, it has been all Tuttle. 2 threes, 2 twos. The Leopards needing to get something going here. Ramming checks back in for the Leopards, and again, full court pressure here, as that is number 12, Ty Hendon, who has checked in for Tuttle. And Taylor takes him all the way into the lane. Got a triple team, goes to Aguero. 3 from the left corner, won't drop. Rebound loose. Taylor can't get that one to go either. Ramming, and he'll get fouled and go to the free throw line, but Leopards doing a great job on the glass. That is the 6th rebound for Ramming tonight already. But a couple of free throws coming up here. Foul was called on Jake Pierce, his first. That's the second here in the quarter for Tuttle. And Ramming will get the first free throw to drop. That's his first points of the game. Makes it 21-9, cuts the lead to 12. And that one's too strong, and the rebound is pulled down by Hendon. He'll get it out to Sharp, and here comes Pierce. Pulls it back to Sharp at the left elbow. Back out to Hendon, and then back over to Pierce, and now Avalar. Back to Pierce between the circles. Excuse me, that is Sharp. Now Pierce between the circles. Hands it to Hendon on the dribble drive. Back over right side for Sharp, into the right corner for Avalar. Across the lane, gets it to Hendon. He'll be pushed out by Hernandez. Sharp looks to drive in, but Taylor cuts him off. And again, Aguero chasing Overcash all over the floor. There's a move in the lane. Trot is blocked. Taylor splits the double team trying to get down the floor. Takes it all the way to the baseline. Sends it to Hernandez. Hernandez takes it in amongst the trees and can't get it to go, and they're going to call the travel. 6 turnovers on the Leopards. So Avalar will bring it up for the Tigers. Give it up for Pierce between the circles. Back to Avalar. Skip it over to Sharp left side as we approach a minute left before halftime. Hendon back out to Sharp, or to Pierce, excuse me. He stands with the dribble. Over to Sharp. He'll back out. Looks like Tuttle will be content to run this down for one shot 45 seconds left, and the Leopards may be content to let them. Now they'll change over and pick him up as Taylor will come out and pick up Avalar. Works left, forces him all the way over, picked up by Watts on the switch, and then the ball tipped, but right into the hands of Sharp, who got Pierce coming down low, and they're going to call a travel. That could have been a block, that could have been a charge, and I didn't see the travel at all, but we'll call it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a couple of traveling calls. I'm not sure where they came from.
So with 20 seconds left, the Leopards have got the ball, trying to cut into that 12-point Tuttle lead. Taylor to Aguero into the left corner. Works on Avalar, gets to the elbow. Sends it up top for Taylor, flips it behind him to Watts. 9 seconds left. He'll go to work on Avalar. Around the screen from Taylor to the elbow, back to Taylor. 3 ball from Creed is on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by Overcash, and that'll be it. The Leopards down 5 at the end of one, or down 12 at halftime. 21-9, the Leopards with the 12-point deficit here at halftime, and the Leopards, however, will have the ball to start the third quarter. We'll send it back up to JD. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back with your officially unofficial stats and the First National Bank halftime show right after this on KBLP Live.
For all your tax services, contact Grant and Katie Johnson, CPA. Grant and Katie are certified public accountants that provide full-service accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. With 2 offices, one located at 600 Southeast 4th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, and another at 313 North Walnut in Pauls Valley, Grant and Katie are ready to meet your CPA needs. Give Grant or Katie a call at 405-238-2727 and set up your appointment today.
Hey Leopard fans, this is Nick Johnson from First Baptist Church Lindsay. At First Baptist Church, we are a family ministry and desire to faithfully proclaim the gospel in Lindsay and beyond. We would like to invite you to join us every Sunday for worship at 9 a.m. and Sunday school following at 10:15. Our Wednesday evening activities start with dinner at 5:50, and then we have Bible studies for children, youth, and adults starting at 6:30. First Baptist Church is proud to support the Lindsay Leopards, and we wish all of our student athletes a successful season. From all of us at First Baptist Church Lindsay, go Leopards!
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go Lindsay!
Hi, I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
Hey, Leopard fans. We at American Exchange Bank are excited for another year where we get to continue our support of Lindsay Leopard Athletics. Join us in cheering on our Leopards or catch all the action right here on KBLP Live. American Exchange Bank at 402 South Main has been the bank for the Leopards for nearly 100 years. Come see us if you're looking for a different banking experience. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. At American, we are Leopards supporting other Leopards.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
Back here in Bridge Creek, it is halftime, your First National Bank halftime show, and the Lindsay Leopards with some work to do. They're down 12 here at halftime. 21-9 is our score. It was 11-6 at the end of one. Leopards doing a decent job in keeping the game at their pace, but just can't hit the baskets. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But Start for the unofficial stats for Tuttle. They've got 3 players with 5 points apiece, and all 3 of them have a 3 and a 2, and that is Jackson Nix, Chad Everett, and Richie Overcash. They all have a 3-point basket and a 2-point basket apiece. Then a 3-point basket for Press Lippold for his 3 points, 2 points from Gabe Avalar, and a free throw from Jake Pierce. And he shot the only free throws for Tuttle. They are 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For the Lindsay Leopards, only 3 players have scored, 4 for Hernandez, 4 for Taylor, and a free throw for Ramming, and that's it for their 9 points. Leopards are 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Leopards are +3 on the glass, however, at 16-13, and Brody Ramming with 6 rebounds already in this ball game. So lead the way for the Leopards. Richie Overcash has 5 in the rebounding category for Tuttle, and then 6 turnovers for the Leopards and 3 for Tuttle. We'll send it over to Glenn. We'll talk about some of the shooting numbers, and then we'll know why we only have 9 points.
Yeah, Tuttle doing a decent job from 2-point range, 4 for 10. They're only 4 for 13 from 3-point range. Lindsay's really forced them to shoot threes and limited the 3 shooting. Cash did make his 1 3 that he took, but they are 4 for 13 from 3-point range for a total of 8 for 23 for 35%, which doesn't sound good, but it's a whole lot better than what Lindsay shot. This is the first quarter. They were 3 for 12 from the floor. The second quarter, they were 0 for 7 from the floor. So total of 3 for 13 from 2-point range, 0 for 6 from 3-point range, for a total of 3 for 19 for 16%. So, I don't know how we're within 12. We're just fortunate that they're not shooting the ball very well either, and we're rebounding with them. But you can't have a quarter where you get beat 10-3 against a quality team like this. You've really dug yourself a hole. Not that they can't dig themselves out. You go in at halftime, you tell your kids, get this thing to single digits by the end of the third quarter. That's the goal. You're not trying to maintain. You're trying to do something and set up something aggressive for them to be able to do that. But I'm not sure how well aggression's going to work against Tuttle. They're just too quick and too long, and you watch them run their offense, and boy, they pass the ball so well.
Yes.
And so I'm not sure how aggressive we can get, but you'd like to put them in a position. But the biggest thing is don't go 0 for 7 in a quarter from the field. That's a killer. But we'll see what Coach Terry's got drawn up for the second half, and see if we can come out and work our way back into this.
Yeah, got to come up with the baskets for sure. I think, again, if we can keep Tuttle in that shooting percentage range and the Leopards start finding some shots here, I mean, we've out-rebounded them by 3. We don't have, 6 turnovers is not anything to laugh about, but it's not bad. But I think the problem is we just can't get the shots to fall. We get the shots to fall, get the stops we got in the first half, and this is a whole different ballgame here in the second half. And, of course, you're going to have the ball to start the third quarter. You're going to have to come out with a quality possession right off the bat. And, again, you're down 12, a 3-point basket or an and one gets you back into those single digits you were just talking about. So you're right there. You're just going to have to make things happen here in the second half, and especially going to have to find the bottom of the basket.
Yeah. And taking one possession at a time, it's a cliche, but it's so true. You can't look at the scoreboard. You just got to try everything you can to score on when you have the ball, and everything you can to get stops when they have the ball, and let everything else take care of itself.
That's right. Well, this has been your First National Bank halftime show here from Bridge Creek and the Bobcat Classic. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back with the third quarter right after this here on your sports leader in South Central Oklahoma, KBLP Live.
The team at Streamline Services contributes a great deal of their success to hard work experience, and above all, a positive health and safety protocol. There is every reason they should be your next phone call for any of your oil and gas swabbing needs. Give Austin Smith a call today at 1-405-756-7763 to see how Streamline Services can help with your project while ensuring safety and professionalism without sacrificing quality work being done. Everyone at Streamline Services wishes the best of luck to everyone at Lindsay Public Schools this year. Go Leopards!
With Oklahoma's weather being unpredictable, you need a trusted roofing company. At Legacy Roofing and Construction, we are proud to serve Lindsay, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas. Call Legacy Roofing and Construction for a free estimate at 405-756-8855 or visit our website at legacy-roofing.com.
Are you tired of doing laundry? Give Sunshine Suds a call and let them do it for you. Sunshine Suds will wash and fold your clothes, and they also offer dry cleaning. Sunshine Suds also does quilting and alterations. Load up that laundry basket and head to Sunshine Suds, located at 107 Southwest 2nd Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give them a call at 405-756-2850.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Leopards with the ball to start the third quarter. Taylor gets it over to Aguero. Back to Isaac Cameron. Cameron getting the start here in the third quarter. Back over to Taylor right wing. Watch the backdoor cut. Taylor tried to get it to him. It's tipped and out of bounds. It should be Leopard basketball. So Taylor will bring it in under his own basket here. Looking, finally got it to Ramming out on the wing, double teamed. He'll dribble his way out of it and then have the pass knocked loose, but right into the hands of Aguero. Over to Taylor, inside to Watts. Watts puts up a tough shot that's short. Rebound right back into the hands of Pierce. Avalar will push it up. Everett in that left corner, back up to Pierce. Works to the right side to Avalar. And then Overcash down the baseline, gets fouled. As they got lost out in the corner, he went back down to the baseline, and that's going to be foul number 2 on Manny Aguero. First here in the third quarter on the Leopards, but that will send Overcash to the free throw line. Two free throws coming up for the 6'1 senior, and he knocks that one down. Makes it 22-9. Tuttle on top. Second free throw coming up. And that one is also good. He's got 7 in the game. 14-point lead for Tuttle. Taylor works on Overcash, top of the key, gets to the left elbow, stops, sends it out in the corner, or at least in the direction of Aguero. And again, those outstretched arms, they are so quick in those passing lanes as Avalar knocks it out of bounds. Into the backcourt. Taylor will go get it. Overcash stays back there with him. Pushes it across. Reverses, got around Overcash, but he's picked up by Pierce on the switch. Got to the free throw line. Back to Aguero. He works to the right elbow. Skips it all the way over, intended for Watts. Stolen away by Everett. Everett gives it to Avalar, who was in transition with him, and he missed the layup. Cameron will push it up to the right wing, picks up his dribble, goes into the right corner for Ramming, underneath for Aguero, who can't get the free throw, the layup to drop. And Overcash comes down with the miss. Everett sends it back up top to Pierce. Avalar right wing. Over into that left corner is Everett now with Aguero on him. Pierce drives in. Good defense by Cameron, shuts him off. Lippo from the right wing for 3. That one doesn't drop. Aguero with the rebound.
He is going to keep shooting them. I tell you what, I think he's made one, but he's missed a whole bunch more. Number 10.
One early in the first quarter.
Yep.
Aguero, the backdoor cut, got the layup, but it won't go. That's twice he's had good ones, and they would not drop. Lippold pushed it the other way. Up top, Pierce turns down the shot from the top of the key. Lippold back up top to Avalar. Everett, Overcash down the baseline. Good cut off there by Ramming. Back out, quick fire three from Overcash is up and good. You cannot give him any room at all. He's got 10 double figures, and it's 26-9, 17-point lead for Tuttle. Taylor rushes up the floor, stops left wing. Over to Ramming, top of the key. Taylor works to the left wing around a screen from Cameron. The backdoor cut. Cameron into the lane. The left-hander up and good. Isaac Cameron with the nice feed from Taylor.
Yeah, we finally finished at the basket after a couple of misses.
Oh, there's a great chance for a turnover right there, and somehow Everett ended up with it in his hands. Got it up and in and makes it 28-11, but timeout quickly called by Tuttle. We'll take it with them. 4:47 left to go in the third. It's a 17-point Tuttle lead, but Leopard basketball when we come back after this here on KBLP Live.
Hey, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. We would like to invite you to come and worship with us on Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We're located at 1205 West Cherokee Street. Here at the Lindsay Church of Christ, you will find the truth of God's Word, spoken in love, and a group of people who love God and one another. Do you have a Bible question? Well, we have a Bible answer. Come and worship with us and be edified at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
BC Factoring and Finance is a local, family-owned finance company. We assist small businesses with flexible and creative financing solutions to meet their cash flow needs. Call us to discuss ways we can help free up your time to focus on building your business. Visit us online at bcfactoring.com or give us a call at 405-259-2104. Go, Lindsay!
Armando Hernandez checks back in during that timeout for the Leopards. They will have the ball and some backcourt pressure back there as Jackson Nix is also checked back in for Tuttle. And wait for
what are we waiting on?
The clock, I think. Not real sure what we're working on here. The official talking to the clock operator and looking up at the scoreboard, but I'm not real sure why. Leopards will get it in as Ramming will get it to Taylor. He'll push Nix up the left side of the floor. Gets it to Hernandez, and there's Avalar from behind, knocks it loose right into the hands of Taylor, and Taylor still can't grab it, but Hernandez does, can't finish the shot. And then the rebound underneath from Ramming, and so there's bodies on the floor. Let's see who this is called on him for what here. They'll actually get it on Sharp. First team foul as Major Sharp picks up the foul, and Hernandez will get a couple of free throws here. And that one does not drop. 4:33 left in the half. It's 28-11. Tuttle on top by 17. Hernandez, second one on the way. That one's good. He's now 3 of 4 at the line. 28-12. Tuttle on top. Overcash brings it up. Sends it over to Avalar. Into the left corner to Nix. Back up to Sharp. Back over to Avalar right side. Back up top to Lippold. Back over to Nix, left wing. Looking underneath. Gets around the screen from Sharp, but Cameron stays right with him. Back to Overcash between the circles. Stops, fakes the three. Got around Ramming, but no shot there. Comes back to Overcash between the circles. He's going to back up, take a running drive into the lane. Stopped by Ramming. Back over to Avalar, who rarely does shoot those long shots. He's more of a facilitator. He will shoot those floaters like that. He missed that one. Cameron came down with it, and he'll get it out for Taylor. Isaac Cameron's got 4 rebounds in the game. Taylor stops top of the key into Cameron into the lane. Up over the top and good. Isaac Cameron, the freshman. Makes it 28-14. Leopards chipping away at that lead. Overcash gets it back, works toward the top of the key. Gets it to Sharp, gets it right back. Ramming cuts him off on the drive. He'll work to the left corner on the dribble. One hand pass back over to Lippold. He'll get into the lane, and they're going to say he traveled with it.
Yeah, took off running without dribbling, and that's going to be a travel every time.
Watts is going to check out. Hunter Russell checks back in for the Leopards. Ramming will inbound. Taylor gets away from Nix, races up the floor, gets it on the left wing to Hernandez, works around a screen from Cameron. Lost the handle momentarily, got it back, got into the lane, jumper off the glass, and good for Armando Hernandez. He's got 7, and it's a 28-16 lead. The Leopards chipping into it, and then they let Everett get loose down the left baseline and lay in an easy one. 30-16, back to a 14-point lead. Hernandez left wing, again around a screen from Cameron. This time they pick him up on the back door. Taylor gets it on the right wing from Ramming. Taylor into the lane. Lost the handle on the basketball. 8 turnovers on the Leopard, and then whistles.
Yeah, and that was a good foul right there because they had about 3 guys running out in front of everybody else, so that was a good foul by Creed.
Well, good, except that was his 3rd personal.
Yeah.
Second team foul in the quarter on the Leopards. Sharp sends it back over to Avalar left wing. Gives it back to Overcash. Got into the lane, sends it back over to Nix. His 3 from the right wing rattles in. And just like that, we're back up to a 17-point deficit for the Leopards. 2:09 left in the half. Taylor inside to Cameron, had to go chase it down, then lost it again. Ahead to Avalar in transition, who gives it up to Overcash. Back out to Nix. He'll fire another 3, and that one's good. That's what you cannot afford to do, is those live ball turnovers like that. Now you're down 20. We're going to get a foul call going the other way on Nix as he was trying to get the ball away from Creed Taylor. Nix's first, 2nd team foul. And Ramming is going to check out. Aguero comes back in for the Leopards.
I'm wondering if Bryson's
maybe not feeling well.
Yeah.
Taylor to a wide open Russell in the left corner. Got it, ball stripped from him though, and here again is Everett in transition. Lost the handle on it, got it back to Nix. Double teamed on his drive though. Everett gets it back, turns down to 3. Leopards do a great job of getting back and shutting down an easy basket right there. They'll skip it all the way over to Avalar, back into Everett, who traveled with it. Actually, that was Major Sharp that traveled with it. 5th turnover on the Tigers. The Leopards will get it back down by 20. We've got 1:24 left to go here in the 3rd. Taylor will push it up against Jackson Nix. Here comes Avalar to bring the trap. They got it in the direction of Cameron again. They'll bait you into those thinking you've got that pass, and then they'll jump in and steal it. Nix is going to try another one, and it's up and still good. That's his 4th 3. He's got 14 in the ball game.
Yeah, they're 4 for 5 from 3-point range this quarter.
Leopards got within 12 at 28-16, and since then it has been a 11-0 run. Foul called against Gabe Avalar. It's just his first, but the 3rd team foul in the quarter. Hernandez gets it into Taylor. Again, the trap. Splits it, gets into the elbow, dumps it down to Cameron, who puts it up and in. Nice job of splitting the trap and getting Cameron an easy one underneath for his 6th point. 39-18. Great job for Hernandez over there. Sharp gives it right back to Everett in the lane. Cameron doing a great job of standing him up in the lane, and then the shot will not drop. Taylor will come away with the miss. Nearly a turnover at the other end. It is a turnover, and Leopards now with 9 turnovers. Overcash can't get rid of the basketball. Everett gets it right wing, misses the 3. Rebound is loose. And I'm afraid we're going to get Aguero over the back there on that rebound, and that's exactly what happens. Manny's third personal is the third team foul in the quarter. That'll get Jake Pierce back in the game. Major Sharp will have a seat for the Tigers. Overcash to inbounds. And all kinds of bodies underneath. Let's see who this one goes on. They're going to call that one on Hernandez. It's his first, 4th team foul. We still got 5.4 seconds left before the end of the third. Overcash again looks to inbounds. Leopards do a great job of keeping everybody covered. They'll lob it all the way out to the half line for Pierce. Gets into the free throw line, spins, lost his balance. Shot at the buzzer won't drop.
End of the third quarter. Tigers with the lead.
So a 21-point Tuttle lead at the end of 3. It's 39-18. The Leopards still cannot find the basket the way they would like. We'll get the fourth quarter started with Tuttle with the basketball right after this timeout. This is live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
If you need local trash pickup with quality service at a fair price, call Red Dirt Waste Services today at 580-432-5697. Red Dirt Waste Services is locally owned and operated, offering household, residential, and light commercial trash pickup in Lindsay and surrounding areas, including Ellick, Bradley, Bray Doyle, Cox City, Elmore City, and Foster. Red Dirt Waste Services does household cleanouts too, and they offer 96-gallon poly carts and dumpsters. Bagged, loose, or heavy items, doesn't matter, they'll come get it. Red Dirt Waste Services even offers valet service, so you don't even have to take your trash to the curb. Schedule your weekly pickup today by calling 580-432-5697. Stop paying more than you have to for quality, dependable, and locally owned trash pickup. Call Red Dirt Waste Services at 580-432-5697. That's 580-432-5697.
Tuttle basketball to start the fourth quarter as we're back here in Bridge Creek. And it's a 21-point Tuttle lead as Overcash will bring it across. Pierce sends it left side to Avalar. Back up top to Overcash behind a Pierce screen. Sends it back over to Avalar. He'll work left, and Russell will get whistled for the hand check. Hunter Russell's second personal will be the first on the Leopards in the fourth quarter.
It's his second foul, team foul number 1.
Overcash again to inbounds. The long baseball pass to Avalar across the lane to Pierce for an easy one. I think they run that a time or two. 41-18, back to a 23-point Tuttle lead. Watts back in the ball game on the handle. Works right side to Aguero around a Hernandez screen. Nix picks him up, sends it up top to Ramming. Back over to Watts. 3 ball from the left wing for Watts is up and good. Bryson's finally on the board, and it's a big 3-point basket. Cuts the lead to 20. Overcash got around Aguero and then triple teamed, headed into the lane, and I think we're going to get a block and foul called on Hernandez here. Actually, no, they call it on Aguero. That's his fourth. Second team foul in the quarter, but this is going to put Overcash at the line. 2 for 2 there so far tonight. He's got 10 points in the ball game. And make it 11 as he'll get that one to go. Back to a 21-point Tuttle lead. Not quite a minute into this fourth quarter. Got them both. 43-21. 22-point Tuttle lead. Hernandez on the handle. Around Nix. Overcash. Oh. I thought that was tipped, but apparently not. They're going to give it to Tuttle.
That was awful wayward if it wasn't tipped.
No kidding. Avalar will bring it up. Send it to Pierce. Left side Overcash. The back screen gets Pierce over on that left side, but Leopards do a great job of keeping it covered. Now the pick and roll. Pierce into the lane, can't get it to drop. Watts will claim the rebound. Here comes Hernandez up the right side. He'll circle up between the circles and reset the offense. Hunter Russell left wing. The back door, step back, comes back to Ramming. Back to Russell. He'll work to the top of the key, works around Lippold, gives it back over in Watts' right wing, around an Aguero screen. 3 from Watts straight on, doesn't go. Rebound's tipped. Pierce comes away with it. He'll race the other way. Across the lane. Great defense. Hunter Russell comes away with the steal. Watts pushes it. Hernandez left wing. 3 ball on the way from Armando's an air ball. Avalar quickly the other way. It's a 2-on-2 break. Overcash against Ramming. Puts it up, left it strong, and there is the rebound from Nix. That'll go, and he'll get the and one.
Not sure how that wasn't over the back on
Nix.
Yeah,
yep.
that was way physical with Armando trying to hold him off with his back, and wow.
Second personal on Armando, third team foul, and free throw is good for Nix. 46-21, 25-point lead for Tuttle. Here comes Ramming, gets into the free throw line, sends it to Hernandez, short corner left side, jumper up too strong. Overcash with the miss. He'll race the other way. Hunter Russell from behind trying to knock it loose will pick up the foul. That'll be Russell's third. Fourth team foul on the Leopards. That'll get Taylor and Isaac Cameron back in the game for the Leopards, as Hernandez and Ramming will sit. Overcash will bring it in under his own basket with 5:42 left in the ballgame. And nobody picked up Pierce on the inbounds, and he got an easy one.
You've said that a lot tonight.
I have, haven't I?
They've got
unfortunately. And there is Nix from behind on Taylor, as Nix picks up his second. Just the first foul in the quarter, though, on Tuttle. And he will check out. And Wilson will check back in. Taylor in the backcourt. Brings it up on Wilson. Works left to Watts. Around in the Aguero screen. He takes it the other direction. Baseline jumper is short. Cameron with the miss. Takes it against a triple team. Has it rejected by Pierce. Lippold pushes it the other way. Sends it back out. Pierce turns down the shot and traveled with it. 7 turnovers now on Tuttle, and that will get Will Lawrence, number 5, into the ball game, the freshman. And Watts will have a seat. 48-21. It's a 27-point lead for Tuttle. 5:05 left in the ball game as Taylor walks it up on Wilson. Aguero left wing, turned down to 3. Back up top to Taylor. Taylor looks to drive in. Gets to the elbow, double teamed by Avalar. Got it out in the corner for Aguero, and too hard. Aguero can't handle it. The Leopards now with 10 turnovers.
Yeah, can't have that right here.
Sharp and Avalar play catch coming up the floor. He'll send it back over to Overcash left side. Sharp sets the screen. Overcash goes left. Sends it back up to Sharp. Left corner. Wilson gets around a screen from Sharp over the right side to Lippo. Back up top to Avalar. Back to Overcash. Gets to the free throw line. Cut off by Aguero. The backdoor cut was not there, and Will Lawrence will come away with the miss. Cameron on the dribble. Works toward the top of the key, looking to get the ball back to Taylor, but Avalar making that difficult. He'll go to the low post left side, jumps up over, misses the shot. Taylor with the rebound, has it stripped. And I think he's going to draw a foul. And that'll either Major Sharp. His second, team second in the quarter. So Taylor running the inbound. And Overcash and Avalar will check out as Jet Job starts to put in his subs. Off the inbounds play, tried to get Cameron coming down hard. They get foul, and Cameron will go to the free throw line. Ty Hendon, number 12, picks up the foul, his first, team's third. Cameron at the line to shoot 2 here. He's got 6 in the ball game, all in that third quarter, but that one is short. Armando Hernandez back in for the Leopards. Aguero will sit. Cameron's second free throw is up and good. 48-22, 26-point Tuttle lead. Wilson. Back up top. Number 25 is Luke Owens, by the way, from in for Tuttle that I missed checking in that last time out. Wilson to Owens, and there's Russell with the steal against Sharp. Let him go by, put it up, and got it to go. Nice job from the sophomore Russell. 48-24, and there's another turnover. And Hernandez will bring it up against Hendon. Goes left, flips it to Taylor. 3-ball left side from Taylor, won't drop. Rebound is loose. Lawrence fights for it. Hernandez comes away with it. And then we're going to have a reach-in underneath that should go, I think, on Wilson. It does. Maddox Wilson's first. Fourth team foul, so we don't have any free throws yet. But we will have a timeout on the floor. 3:21 left to go in the ballgame. 48-24. Leopards down by 24 when we come back after this. Live coverage of Leopard basketball is presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
El Unico Taco Truck is ready to curb your hunger. The traveling taco truck has locations in Lindsay and Blanchard and is available for catering services. You can contact El Unico to book your next event at 405-760-0821. El Unico enjoys supporting all of our Leopards with their Taco Tuesdays. Reach out to El Unico for your next event.
3:21 left to go in the ball game. It's been all Tuttle since the first quarter, and it's 48-24, a 24-point deficit for the Leopards. It will be Leopard basketball, however, under their own basket. Out of the timeout, Taylor to inbounds. Still looking. Finally got it to Russell in the lane, who put it up and in, and they're going to call a foul. Hunter Russell will get an and one.
Yeah, good find right there. Nice entrance pass, and Hunter showed little ups right there, going up and finishing that and getting fouled.
Lippold picks up the foul, his second. That is the 15th foul on Tuttle, puts the Leopards in the bonus. Russell cannot complete the three-point play, however. Owens will pull down the miss for Tuttle. Wilson pushes it up the floor to Sharp, gives it right back to Wilson into the right corner. Lippold back to Wilson, driving the lane, put it up and in. Well-executed play right there.
Yeah, a little give-and-go action, and finished with the layup.
Taylor into the lane, sends it down to Lawrence. Lawrence can't get it to drop. Rebound tipped by Cameron a couple of times, and I think it's Leopard basketball. Taylor looks to inbounds. Send it way out to the right side for Russell. Up top, Hernandez. Lawrence left side. 3-ball from Will is on the way. Too strong. Owens with the rebound underneath for the Tigers. Outlet for Wilson as he pushes it up the floor. Sharp will come get it. Hand it back to Wilson. Around a screen from Owens into the lane, comes back out. Owens fires a three from the left wing. It's not good. Rebound will be pulled down by Lippold, however. Sharp with it right wing. Back over to Wilson on the left side as we approach 2 minutes left in the ball game. Oh, nice job. Taylor knocks the ball loose. Cameron comes up with the loose ball, heads up the floor, stops right wing. Back up, give it to Taylor. Taylor around the Cameron screen. Into the lane. The backdoor cut. Russell missed it. There's Hernandez with the putback, though. Armando Hernandez has 9 in the ball game. It's 50-28, 22-point lead now with 1:39 left. And Will Lawrence touches the pass, knocks it out of bounds, stays with Tuttle. Nix is back in for Tuttle. Wilson looking for the inbound. Lob it all the way up top to Lippold. Owens comes to set the screen. Owens now gets it back left elbow, goes to the baseline for Nick's left side. He'll work it out to the wing, works around the screen from Owens, comes back to Hendon. Right side, Wilson. Works it all the way back to the left side. Nick's down the baseline, cut off on the drive, back out to Hendon. He'll get in the lane. The floater up and good for Ty Hendon. 52-28. Back to a 24-point lead for Tuttle. We're down to 1:05 left in the ball game. Hernandez on the dribble, works to the top of the key, comes back to Taylor right wing. Taylor, step back three on the way. It's up and good. Creed Taylor, his first three of the game, gives him 7 in the game. Makes it 52-31. 51 seconds left in the ball game. And Nix is back out. Number 13, Logan Garrison, the sophomore, checks in for Tuttle. Taylor nearly got the ball away from Wilson. Owens between the circles over to number 4. That's Tucker Howell in there for Tuttle. Hendon left side, got Cameron in the air, drives in, stripped by Hernandez though. Taylor comes up with the loose ball. He'll work left wing. Double teamed. Gets down the baseline and tried to get it over to Cameron, but it's knocked out of bounds, and now they're going to call a foul. 24.9 seconds left on the clock, and this should be free throws. Nope. Yeah. As Wilson picks up his second personal, but this is 2 free throws coming up for Creed Taylor. And the first one, too strong, will not go in. Taylor's second one on the way, and that one's also too strong. Rebound is tracked down by Garrison. We approach 15 seconds left. Tuttle will probably just try to run this one out here. And the Lindsay Leopards are going to drop to 9-8 on the season. Again, facing some extremely tough competition this week as Taylor will come up with the steal. That'll be the 13th turnover, and then Leopards turn it right back over. But that'll do it. 52-31, the final score. The Tuttle Tigers protecting that number 16 rank in 4A against the Class 3A Lindsay Leopards. 52-31 the final. And again, the Leopards will drop to now 9-8 on the season. And congratulations to the Tuttle Tigers as they will take home that third place trophy from the Bobcat Classic. With that, we're going to send it back over to JD. We'll take a timeout, and we will wrap up this broadcast from Bridge Creek and kind of fill you in on next week coming up right after this timeout here on KBLP Live.
If you have a hankering for the best barbecue in South Central Oklahoma, then get yourself down to the Meat Locker Barbecue in Lindsay. Every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, located just off of Highway 19, 106 Northwest 4th. At the Meat Locker, we work hard to bring you the most consistent, delicious, slow-smoked barbecue around at a price that won't break the bank. And don't forget, we cater too, and we'd love to do the cooking for your next event. So come see us or give us a call, 405-428-1198, and visit our new website at meatlockerbbqok.com for the latest Meat Locker merchandise. We're proud to sponsor this broadcast of Lindsay Leopard Athletics and want to wish all the students, faculty, and staff a successful year.
Hughes Heat and Air is a family-owned business that serves Lindsay and surrounding areas. Hughes Heat and Air provides service for residential and commercial jobs, including simple repairs and new installations. Hugh and his crew take pride in providing professional, efficient, and reliable work at affordable rates. For your next heat and air project, give Hugh a call at 1-405-756-6399. Good luck, Lindsay.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to wrap it up from Bridge Creek, 52-31, the final score. The Tuttle Tigers knock off the Lindsay Leopards, and they will go to 12-6 on the season. And again, they'll probably maintain that number 16 ranking in Class 4A for another week. But the Lindsay Leopards, again, facing some extremely difficult competition this week. And we've talked about it, I think, just about every broadcast. But, and again, they were shorthanded a little bit tonight and had, I think, some guys that didn't feel real well on the bench. And so I think it made a difference tonight. But, again, 52-31 the final score. For Tuttle, again, our officially unofficial stats, Jackson Nix comes in off the bench, hits 4 threes in the ball game, finishes with 17 points to lead the way. The other player in double figures for Tuttle was Richie Overcash. He finishes with 12. He had a couple of threes as well. 9 in the game from Chad Everett. Then they spread it from there. 5 from Jake Pierce, 3 from Press Lippold, 2 apiece from Maddox Wilson, Gabe Avalar, and Ty Hendon to round out the scoring for Tuttle, who went 6 of 7 from the free throw line. For the Lindsay Leopards, nobody in double figures, but Armando Hernandez finishes with 9 to lead the way for Lindsay. Isaac Cameron and Creed Taylor both had 7 apiece. 4 from Hunter Russell there in that fourth quarter. A 3-point basket from Bryson Watts and a free throw from Brody Ramming is all the scoring for the Leopards, who went 5 of 9 from the free throw line. That is not right. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5 for 11.
Yep.
I need to learn to add a little better. The Leopards are just -1 on the glass. They did a good job of hanging with them rebounding-wise. 24-23 Tuttle with the rebounding edge. Leopards with 11 turnovers and the Tigers with 13. And with that, we'll go over and talk to Glenn about the shooting numbers.
Yeah, not too pretty for Lindsay, but for Tuttle, they were 11 for 23 from two-point range for 48%. 8 for 20 from three-point range for 40%, and that's after starting the game 2 for 8 in the first quarter from three-point range. So they finished 6 for 12 the rest of the way after the first quarter from three-point range for a total of 19 for 43 for 44% shooting for the Tuttle Tigers. For the Leopards, 10 for 29 from two-point range for 34%. 2 for 12 from three-point range for 17%, and for a total of 12 for 41 for 29%. So not a good shooting night for the Leopards, and combine that with some with Tuttle getting hot there from the three-point line, just spelled the doom for the Leopards.
Yeah, Tuttle had 4 threes in that third quarter, 3 of them from Nix, and again, it was just not a good night for the Leopards pretty much all the way around. And again, part of that goes to the Leopards not playing the basketball we know they're capable of. The other side of it was just Tuttle being that good. So congrats to the Tuttle Tigers. They will take home third place in the Bobcat Classic for 2024, and the Lindsay Leopards will move on back to conference play. We will be on the road Tuesday night in Purcell, and that's the next time we will see the Leopards, as they will take on the Dragons and Lady Dragons over there at Purcell on Tuesday night. Back home on Friday against Marlowe, and so it doesn't get any easier when you go take on the Purcell Dragons and the Marlowe Outlaws all in the same week. So. Yep. This is a tough stretch, but if you look at it this way, Glenn, if we really want to look down the schedule, so you get Purcell on Tuesday, Marlowe on Friday. The following week you're at Comanche, and then you take off. And I hit the wrong deal. I shouldn't have done that. Comanche on the last day of January, and then when you jump to February, we're off on that Friday. That first Friday, you get Washington. On the 6th, they're at Pauls Valley on the 9th. You're in Chickasha on the 12th. In other words, we're only about 3 weeks from postseason.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at, you've got 6 games left in the regular season, and you're ready to get for postseason. So, as you said, this is a tough tournament, but this is where you start figuring out what you're made of and what you got to do to get ready to play those good teams when you get in the playoffs.
Yeah, and from here on out, your focus is on peaking here in 3 weeks and playing your best basketball when you get to the playoffs. But you hope you can string some wins together before the playoff rank, before the pairings come out, so you can get a decent draw anyway. So
exactly. With that, we're going to wrap up our weekend here in Bridge Creek. A big thank you to all of those folks here at Bridge Creek, by the way. They've been great hosts for us and have treated us very kindly over here, so we appreciate them very much as well. But the Bobcat Classic still has 2 games left in it, as Blanchard will be playing Luther, I believe. The Blanchard girls will play Luther for the championship here on the girls' side, and then the Blanchard Lions and the Bridge Creek Bobcats are going to play the boys' matchup for the championship. So still 2 more games here before this one is all wrapped up. But we're going to say goodnight. Glenn, great job.
You too.
And also a big thank you to Andrew, ESPN Plus Lion. JD Scruggs over here on the laptop, Kevin Scruggs, and, of course, Brianna Miller back at our studios. Appreciate everybody on the team. And my name is Greg Peary. We say goodbye from Bridge Creek. We'll see you in Purcell on Tuesday night. Remember, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Capturing all your special moments is such a blessing to me, from running down the ball field to walking down the aisle. Call or text Photography Blessings by Lacey for all your photography needs. 405-428-0305. Go Leopards and Leopardettes.
Tabor's Drug has been locally owned and operated for almost 60 years and has employed many Leopards and Leopardettes. We are very proud to be a supporter of our sports teams. At Tabor's Drug, your prescriptions are filled with care and accuracy, and our pharmacist is available for free consulting concerning your prescriptions bought at Tabor's. We also offer interpreters for our Spanish-speaking friends. We are a very friendly store that has that small town feel. You can reach us at 405-756-4511. Come and see us.
At Rural Electric Cooperative, we're committed to providing electric power and opportunity to the many areas our members call home. That includes supporting youth programs that teach life skills and build character. With REC, you're more than a customer, you're a member owner. And that's why we're always working hard to provide you with the most dependable electric power possible. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, REC is dedicated to providing the best service possible and supporting the communities in our service area.